theme for this country. So it will be a celebration of this nation for 250th birthday, God willing, and we will be there to celebrate. So we are here to celebrate today. So we should all be happy and ready to dance in the street. Right?
Yeah, on camera.
And let's all dance. Come on, everyone, get up. Get some dancing movements. Come on, everyone. Do the Donald Trump dance, everyone.
That's a classic.
I have to do this, I don't know what the hell he's doing. Come on, everyone, we're here to celebrate here. Come on. Young man. So basically, we're moving around. All right, you can cut it off now. We have to get the blood flowing here. All right. But at the end of the day here, we oh, got the heart. Look, we're here to make sure that we as the warriors in this fight to restore our great nation. So I want to thank you all. So everyone, give a round of applause to all of you. Because I know you've spoken to your neighbors. You're the street warriors, because it takes that. I've done it at work, speak to co-workers and all that, and registered people to vote, and just get the word out there. Now look, the course that we're heading towards, especially in the city, is just insane, and it's still insane, of course. New York needs an exorcism.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Kathy Holcomb, Kathy Holcomb. Oh, the congestion crisis. I like, oh, please, people, you don't believe it ended. She's just holding it off for election day. And sure enough, a couple days, I'll give her credit, she did wait 4 days.
Counting the votes.
So good for her, right? She was waiting, she was circling around the governor's mansion on her broomstick. So she's flying around, oh, when do I get this announced that we're gonna bring it back? And you know what? We're gonna save you money. We're gonna make it $9. And you know what? Thank you for that cut. Even though it's a $9 increase. So they like weird math. What are you talking about? You just raised it $9, you idiot. You didn't cut nothing. But don't worry, it's just Manhattan. Right? That's the governor calling. Will I be getting my reprieve, Governor? She's saying this, execute me. So anyway, so will she, will it only be in Manhattan? You don't believe that, do you? It begins in Manhattan and spreads to Brooklyn, of course. There's a lot of Park Slope people, yeah, a lot of them there, right? The Park Slopers will make sure it comes to Brooklyn, right? Park Slope, I looked at some of the election districts there. Donald Trump, 22 votes. Harris, 720. This is like a 4-block radius, an election district, if you know. So I just watched a couple of them. Yeah, governor waited a minute. So anyway, just a couple areas. And I just said, these people are sick in the head.
Check Midwood.
Well, no, we've had moments, pockets of victory. And so there was, we did increase. We gained a state senator. I believe we held on to our 3 assembly seats because I think there was one contested with Novikov, and last time
He won officially.
did they call? Okay, because the last time I spoke to him, he was up by 270.
Yeah.
I think in the Assembly in Queens, there was no Republican running. I was going to
Well, there's only
Sullivan.
Leroy Comrie. I think he's, because I live in Queens,
Right.
I think he's Assembly. There was no opposition against him.
What happened in the last election? Was it like he won 90% to 10? Because if it's one of those districts, you might not have the sacrificial lamb that wants to go out.
We need to make sure we have more
Correct.
local
Well, even a write-in, that's what I was telling you, you
Right.
gotta have a write-in.
Yes, you have to have choices. It doesn't matter if you're sacrificial. And that's people, and that's people in this audience. You might live.
Well, why won't we go out to help you?
Yeah.
Just because you want a sacrificial lamb, I'm a sacrificial lamb, but if you're not going to come out to help, it doesn't work.
We're going to have, Heshi's going to be running in a special election. Okay? And he'll be speaking in a minute. But he'll be having a special election, and I need you guys to come out there and help him. It's going to be sometime when in February, you think?
February 26th, but January
Is the signature time. So in January.
We have 2 weeks.
They only give 2 weeks for a special election. It's a non-partisan election where anyone of any party could sign, right? So we need your help to get Heshy, our vice president, elected to the city council, right? City council. So please, see, this is what I was telling you. You have people in the audience here that could run for these offices too. It takes signatures. It's annoying, but it takes signatures. It could be done. I ran 3 times. I ran in '98 against Dov Heiken when I was in the 48th Assembly. Then they redistricted me. I ran for state senate in '08 against Kevin Parker. In 2016, I ran against Carroll for assembly. Now I just tell everyone I'm just running for my life. But maybe I'll run one more time in the 20s so I can say I ran in 2 centuries and 4 decades, God. Put me out the pasture. But no, we got to get your voices out there. You got to run. If you're in a district that the Democrats overwhelmingly win anyway, run. Give people the choice.
Yes.
Go out there and do retail politics and speak to someone one-on-one. Yes, we might not have the money, but you make inroads. And you know, at the end of the day, when they write your little obituary, they can say you ran for office, right? Just make sure you write it before you croak. Put it on your table so someone could see it and hopefully someone will publish it for you. Just say. But look, at the end of the day, we need you to keep that voices out there. New York had good success in building up in the presidential and other districts.
Not down ballot, though.
But we need,
And
of course that Prop 1,
passed.
I was going to say
Prop 1
that,
passed.
of course Prop 1 passed,
That's horrible.
One of the propositions failed.
right.
It's 6-1, I think.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
sixth
it
one.
was everywhere to vote no. It was on all Facebook, and it was all over the
Yeah.
place. I don't understand how some people,
The unions
Didn't
came
know.
out for everything.
Right.
And the unions have a big voice, even though
I mean, I
I don't
always vote
their
no. I vote
politics,
no
I'm a member of
automatically.
the
Yeah,
union.
usually it's a good
Educated,
team,
it
just
looks
so
nice.
But with that being said, I talk too much. I would like to turn it over to our Vice President, Heshy Tischler. Heshy?
see, they word it in a certain way that's confusing, and people think this is a good thing, and it isn't. It's the way they word the propositions. People confuse.
Everybody, thank you so much for electing me as your vice president. And, you know, it's not only that you run for public office, but we also need our leaders to cooperate. Sometimes our own party leaders don't cooperate. Like when Donald was running for president, you see Mitch McConnell, a lot of the people tried to backstab him as well. And he didn't give up, and he fought the system. Just like I'll be fighting a lot of our Republican leaders who go against me. And I'm putting up a guy, Simcha Felder, who just won state senate. And now he wants to run for council because there's nobody else that can run against me because he doesn't want to go anymore to the Senate. It's too hard for him. He hasn't done anything there, and now he wants to come. It's a musical chair game. But we're going to fight him, and we're going to show him that we're going to make it. And we're going to sacrifice. I'm going to sacrifice. I'm going to tell you a story. I was in Israel a couple years ago, maybe about 15 years ago, and I met this man, an old Holocaust survivor. His name was Chaim Shapiro. And he tells me that he had 8 children, and when the Nazis came, they put him in a concentration camp, and they wiped out his family, 70 other members of his family, and 7 of his children. Him and his son Baruch survived. After 3 years in a DP camp, which is just as bad, he said, but it was getting better, he finally somehow smuggled himself and immigrated to Israel. When he got to Israel, it was 1948, and they threw a gun into him and his son's hand, and they told him to start fighting. And they fought. They fought for their land, they fought for their country, they fought for their people. Baruch, his son, became a medal honor, a hero, saving people, fighting everything he can. He was in the army. It was back then. It was a real war. They fought, and what happened was while Chaim went back to Tel Aviv, he got a couple of people showing up at his apartment, and he knew right away what was going on. They handed him a telegram He didn't even have to look at it. He threw it in the garbage. Started to cry. His son was killed. His last son. Next day, he prepared the funeral, and everybody heard about this. And when it came time to the funeral, thousands of people came to this funeral. Thousands. Even the general, the head general of the army showed up. Stood next to Chaim, put his hand around him as they all cried. Right when they put the body in the ground and finished covering the body, Chaim had to say a prayer called Kaddish. And right when he was ready to say it, he started to sing. Started to sing the songs of joy. Everybody thought maybe Chaim was lost. It's crazy. Just went wild. Of course we understand his last son, even the general didn't know what to do. Chaim kept singing and singing, and people started looking. Finally, when Chaim finished, he says, I understand that you're all looking, so I'm going to explain myself. They took away my whole family from me. Couldn't even bury the bodies of my family. They all went up in ashes. At least I was able to bury my son in the Holy Land. I know that he sacrificed his own life for his fellow man, not only for Israel, but for mankind to show what freedom is. And I, he says, Chaim, was willing to give my son and sacrifice him. We learn a special lesson from a man like that. When we sacrifice ourselves, we sacrifice because we understand what it is, the goodness, what God created. And I'm not going to preach God to any of you. We have different religions sitting here, whether it's Muslim, Christian, Jewish, but we all believe that there's a great creator. We all believe that he put us on this world to sacrifice ourselves to do good for our friend. A lot of us are in for the money, for the billions and millions of dollars, but we have to understand that we have to do good. Thanksgiving this year, I'm so happy most of you are going to have some nice meals. Me and Linda are not having Thanksgiving. We have a soup kitchen, and we'll be having Thanksgiving, feeding 153 families. And that's what we're supposed to do. I've run for city council before. They cheated me, whatever. I can say whatever I want. We know they went in with fake ballots or elections. We know that the machine gave my Democratic rival, the Wilson Pakula, which I don't even understand. I was also a Democrat for many years, till I just see they went crazy. And just for your knowledge, Simcha Felder alone, he takes credit for opening the park, something that I did myself. And I asked him, you know, why you take credit? He says, well, I cut the locks too. I said, you showed up after I cut 3 different parks. You got crazy. You want credit. He shows up once a year and he hands out food at some kind of food distribution center, and I do it every week. I will be running for city council. I am going to win this time. I do have a team. I am prepared. I have learned the games. I'm sitting here in a club as your vice president. It's going to be January. It's going to be cold. But the trick is this time I know the game. I know it well. I know how he's playing it. He's going to be running on name recognition only. I've raised the money. I have the manpower. I could use you guys in January for 2 weeks to go door to door, get me my signatures. Once I'm on the ballot, I'm going to blow him away. I have a campaign ready to crush him. And the reason why my campaign is so late, because Kalman Yeager, with the musical chairs now his assembly for some reason, he's holding back vacating his seat so Felder could be elected. Once Felder was elected to the Senate, so if he runs against me and he loses, he still has a job. If he wins, he vacates his seat and runs in. And what they did is they set the election so late that within my election, that I have to run for election again. Right on the last day of election, I have to start collecting signatures again and raising the money. So we've already started campaign 2. So I am ready for the game. And I'm asking you here today, I'm not asking you for money or donations, I'm asking you in February and January, once the mayor announces it, because they're going to announce it just to mess with me. Come on. Signatures start January 3rd, January 4th, January 15th. I have 12 days to collect 1,500 signatures. All of you come. Give me 10 signatures a day for 12 days. I win. He told me straight out, I'm going to challenge you, Heshim. I'm going to knock you off the ballot. He costed me $80,000 in court costs last time. This time I have the best lawyer. I'm prepared for the budgets. Anyways, that's my speech to you today. May God bless you. Yes?
Okay, do you have to be in a certain district?
No, to collect signatures in this particular case, you can collect from a Republican and from a Democrat, and you
But
don't
does it
have to be part of
in
any
this-
party.
anywhere
It's an
in New York City?
independent election. There is no Republican and Democratic party,
I'm not
which is
talking
good for me,
party.
that
I
even
know
if my
it's-
party doesn't
Yes.
support me. You do not have to be even, all you have to do is be a registered voter to go out and collect signatures.
New York State.
New York State.
Oh,
I don't know, I think you're wrong.
It's a
Any
specific
registered
district.
voter,
It's-
no.
No?
Are the
To
person
collect
giving the
signatures, you
signature?
just have to be a registered voter to collect your, I think you can be from Jersey, but I'll double check that.
Not in a district?
You don't have to be in the district to collect signatures, you have to be in the district to sign.
Oh, you do?
So when you just go from door to door, that we give you all the doors with the registered voters. And everybody knows me, in my neighborhood, my name recognition is just.
Where's your
Where do you
district?
live?
My district is Borough Park, Flatbush, Midwood. My district starts at 42nd Street and 10th Avenue till 62nd Street, and it goes all the way to East 15th Street, between Avenue J to Avenue Z, and then 5 blocks in the west.
Do
The
you
west
cover the area by Bay Parkway?
Avenue M is me as well, all the way from I through
Do
till
you cover
Avenue
the area by Bay Parkway and Kings Highway?
Bay Parkway and Kings Highway is out of my district.
No, but I think I take petitions to work with me. I guess.
We have a very small Asian in our district. It's mainly Jewish,
No, that's true.
Latino, and pretty much
Yeah, but the
that's
Asians
it.
are getting involved these days.
Yeah.
The Asians have, but I only have 2 or 3 blocks of the Asian community in my district. The
Wow.
rest is all
Wow.
pretty much Jewish, Italian, but again, a few Italians because we're just right outside the district.
Yeah, but your district is around Bay Parkway too, no?
It crosses over Bay Parkway and Avenue J.
Yeah, it doesn't
That's
go
it.
down.
And McDonald Avenue also, correct. But, and then
That's a
it goes
small
all the
area.
way till, right, it goes all the way till Avenue S.
They have
And
to
then
be
it goes
in
into the
the-
Graves Neck West Streets,
Well, so all the Italians, you're there too?
who are in that neighborhood, in the Graves End neighborhood.
Got so many left. West 6 and like,
West Fifth, I think I stopped,
Yeah.
maybe West
West
Sixth.
Fifth?
West Fifth, and all the way from, I don't know, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, all the way, all of that stuff. The Syrians and the Jewish people. Anyways, may God bless you, thank you, and welcome to the club, and I hope you enjoyed the pizza and the fries and
Thank you.
snacks, thank you.
Thank you, Hershey. Hershey, there's a phone here.
Oh, that's mine.
Glenn, can I say a few words quickly?
Sure, come on.
Because I gotta go soon. Hi. Hi again, everybody. Just, because I have to leave soon, unfortunately. One of the things we also wanted to discuss at this meeting was, we talked about it a little bit, you know, promoting local candidates, trying to promote local politics, making sure everybody's on the ballot. But it's nice to see a big crowd, nice to see some new members. We want a sense of activities, what you'd like, what direction, what activities you'd like the club going into for 2025. I will continue to be chairman of the board, by the way, so, Sherry will be a board member, and we have one other board member who's not, I don't think he's here today, Bill Lloyd. That will be a board also, so. So, you know, we have these meetings once a month, generally, we skip a few months. We want some ideas for the club. So, if you have,
Yeah, well, idea one,
Yeah.
how about Hershey in the beginning
well,
of the
how
year?
about Hershey
That's
again?
the first activity.
Definitely local candidates should be one of our priorities, but wondering what else, what do you guys think? What is the direction of our club? If anybody has ideas now, or you could email us, but just throwing it out there,
Right, and
Sherry.
if you don't have any ideas right now, that's okay.
Mhm.
We're always here at every single meeting, so
Mhm.
approach one of us, talk to us, we're here.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If there's no Republican running in a specific district,
Mhm.
okay, as I spoke with Glenn about that,
Yes.
you need to have prepared a writing candidate. There has to be somebody there, because I happen to ask, but I could tell you that nobody knew my neighborhood. I mean, I tried to
What
tell people,
neighborhood?
I'm in